Now, moving on, we are going to go to the next session on the topic Enhancing Learning Programs with AI. I would like to invite Mr. Gopal Swaminathan, founder and CEO Bsharp. It's since its founding in 2012, who leads a software as a service company dedicated to empowering the frontline workforce. Major brands like Lenovo, Dell, Amazon, Fitbit, J&J, Levi's, and IFB rely on B-Sharp solutions. Gopal's career includes sales and marketing roles at HCL, Intel, and Lenovo. Can we all put our hands together for Mr. Gopal Swaminathan?
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I know I'm between you and lunch, so let me keep it as short as it's possible. I've got 14 minutes, 53 seconds. So, again, it's a great privilege. I thought I was addressing a team of, stars of the HR community and a galaxy of speakers and things like that, but based on Ranjit's presentation, I also understand that I'm addressing all future CEOs here. So I have to be very careful about what I'm presenting. So here is to the future CEOs. I think the presentation, I was nodding the most with your presentation, right? So what we're going to talk about is our understanding about which AI works, right? So how do you enhance learning programs with AI? That's our core focus, right? Before that, my team has told that I have to do this obligatory introduction, right? So we work with companies to enable their frontline teams. So that's basically what our core focus is. So if you have a retail employee, if you have a field sales agent, if you've got a call center employee or a service engineer, right? A lot of them are using our platform to get enabled on the field for now and for the future. For now means, what is the answer for this question at this moment, right? And for the future means, how am I going to enable their lives, right? So teaching them finance management or whatever it is, right? So that's what we do. We have customers like Dell and Titan and Western Digital, things like that. So maybe about 100,000 users use our platform on a monthly basis, and that's basically what we do. And so we're focused on enablement as a core value proposition. We've done a lot of experiments on how to make this work. And our core value proposition is we will make it work, right? And it involves a lot of jumping around to actually make things work in a programmatic way. And that's basically where our focus is. We work with companies on a monthly, weekly basis to make things work, right? And in the course of that, we've experimented with a lot of things, a lot of AI, to see what works, right? And we have now lost this notion that I'm going to launch this nice, cool feature, it's going to work and sweep the entire world. No way, right? There is a hardcore rationale what works and what doesn't work. And this presentation is about all that, right? We have seen nice, great, wonderful products coming, right? In 2002, I went to US and everybody was saying the future of transportation is the Segway scooter, and you go into the event, the speaker is coming on a Segway and saying this is the future and all that kind of stuff. And they said the cities will get redeployed to use the Segway scooter. Same thing with the Google Glass and things like that. There's a lot of technology which gives momentary cool, right? But then there is a lot of technology which goes and works at the fundamental workflow of the user, right? And makes things work for them, saves time for them, saves drudgery for them, right? Saves the pain, saves the ignorance, right? And we believe that there are some practical things like that. So the Segway actually transferred into an electric scooter, and we've got augmented reality and things like that, right? So which technology works? So what we're going to do today, I'm going to talk about 5 things which we have done over a period of time, right? And what worked and what didn't work, right? So I'm starting off with this particular product. Just see this for a second, right? So, this was a training which we did. Amazon is our customer. We were doing a training for, Echo speakers, right? And this was a training for the retail salesperson. So the core concept was, I can just go ask a question, and it will play, and I can show the product to the video, to the camera, and it will point and answer the questions for me. It was quite cool. Like great use of AI. We had to train the product and things like that. And if I move it from an Echo spherical model to a screen model, it will automatically recognize and change the answers. Lots of cool things we did, right? But then we realized that it didn't work, right? We launched it during COVID, it didn't work, right? After that, it didn't work. The reason is, what we realized is, it is just too much work, right? For the company, it's too much work because they had to go and customize these, stuff, right? Get the AI models trained and things like that. For the user, it was too much work because all he wanted to know or she wanted to know in the retail outlet is, what is the volume of the speaker, right? He didn't want to go and point that thing there and do all this fancy stuff, right? So this entire thing failed, and like a lot of software, it's cracked and thrown elsewhere, right? So next thing which we wanted to talk about is, this is a partial success. This again we did during COVID, and it's being used even now today, right? This is, I can go switch on the camera and give a sales pitch. The system will actually evaluate the sales pitch. It'll find out my intonations. It'll find out what are the keywords I've used and give me a score, right? I can send that sales pitch to my manager. The manager will give you like, okay, improve like this, improve like that, things like that. Again, we got this optimized for Hindi and a lot of things which we did and launched with a lot of brouhaha, right? It's a partial success. Sounds like a good idea, especially for a call center. A lot of call center employees use our product. Sounds like a good idea. But what happened was the user psychology. They were there to game the system, right? So suppose I want to say, okay, you have to use vibrant multiple shades for a paint company. We did this, right? They'll say, vibrant, I love you, my dear girl, vibrant shades. Okay? The AI will pick up, right? Then he'll give 100 marks. But then some manager reviews, it'll be all blah. Okay? So it was the psychology of the user. And the other reason why it was not a major success was people use it once in a year, right? Or maybe a couple of times in a year. They don't use it every day. It doesn't change their pain point every day. So we started moving more towards pain point every day. And one of our philosophies is make learning a habit, which means it has to be like, Tuesday morning I need to have this flash coming out. Thursday morning it has
Hi,
to be a text
welcome to
coming
Learn
out.
B. You can summarize the slide using artificial intelligence.
So creation of content on a daily basis about my new range which got launched or a new product which got launched, things like that was a major focus, right? So we started building AI towards that, where we could just upload a PDF document. That's what they did in this particular case, right? They just uploaded a PDF document. It uploads it, and it will read the entire content, right? And then you can go and say, convert this into a voiceover. It'll go and send that detail to some AI generative engine, get the voiceover for you, and you say, please, can you add a joke in this voiceover? You can add it, right? And then say, okay, use an American voice, like make this voiceover happen, or an Indian voice, make this voiceover happen. It'll convert that, right? The next step was, so this is the summarization with voiceover, right? So it sort of summarizes with voiceover.
Do you often find yourself striving for perfectionism, or do you live by the philosophy of act now?
So it automatically generates the voiceover, right? So here itself, like when 15 minutes got saved, right, for a slide. And then we said, okay, we need to have an engine which generates quiz. Yeah. So I can automatically point it to a particular area in the document and generate a quiz, right? And then I can click and deploy the entire training.
Do you often find yourself striving for perfectionism, or do you live by the philosophy of act now?
So this we launched a couple of months back, but already we have, I think, about 50 trainings being run on a daily basis today by different customers. Essentially because it is a labor saving, drudgery saving, make the employee administrator cool and smart type of a tool. So what we think is that AI such as this, which is going to be saving time and labor, is going to be useful. And for the employee also, it's useful because they can make very short trainings, right? The next thing we did was we got an insight. We do this customer research, user research. So I went outside Coimbatore to this place called Pollachi, nice green place, Alia Dam and all that stuff. And then we gave the app to them and said, can you use this app and figure out? I realized nobody there understood a line of English. All the content was in English, right? So if I have to be impactful, I need to be able to leverage AI to go and translate this across and reach out to that person in Tamil or Bengali or Assamese or whatever it might be, right? So we built this engine, which is an automatic multilingual subtitling engine. So I can upload this video, right? It will automatically listen. So suppose it's a Bengali video, it will understand it. It will give you the Bengali subtitles. And then you can say, okay, give it to me in 8 Indian languages or 8 worldwide languages. It will give you in Japanese, for example. And then you can download it as a SCROM file and publish it, right? Again, this was a big, big effort. How IFP is the customer which did this, right? How they used to do is, they used to have regional correspondents, like a news desk, right? So IFP is in Goa, the regional correspondent is in Coimbatore, they will send the video there, that person will type the English, send it back, right? And it's like a torturous process, right? But then it was required for impact, right? So what we realized, again, this product works very well, essentially because it increases impact. That 17% of the people who understand, maybe now 45% of the people understand because they're used to seeing OTT. They're watching Korean movies, right? So they're used to seeing OTT, right? So that's another thing. So I believe that this project has worked very well for us, right? It's being used, and now we're working towards multilingual automatic dubbing. Right? The next piece, okay, so this is how that worked. Now, the last piece, again, Ranjit, I want to refer back to your stuff. Right? Companies have a lot of documents, a lot of policies, right? So Titan is our customer. If you go, there is a website with about 40 links. Each of them is one particular policy: laptop usage policy, gift usage policy, this policy, that policy, that policy, right? Now, how do I make it available for that person at that particular moment? He needs that one clarification, right? Can I get this gift or not? Or, can I take a leave today or not? He needs that one clarification. But I'm going to throw him on Weblic and say, go boss, go figure out and then come back to me. And if he comes back to me again saying, I don't understand, he'll say, oh, you have to get competent about understanding things, right? So what we did was this. We created a private chat GPT, or rather you can call it a private GPT. So companies, even a company like Bsharp, right? We're like a 40-man company, or tech company, but we have a lot of documents, right? So can I make the system digest the document and ask questions about it, the GPT, private GPT, right? And we've seen when we are talking to customers, customers are logging in, uploading their document, and saying, can you generate the quiz for me on this, right? Or can you give me a battle card for this product, and things like that. We've seen field users saying, I don't want to take training anymore. That's the flip side of this. That I don't want to take training anymore because I have got all the answers here. I don't need to go through the drudgery of going through this document, right? So this has been a fair amount of success, but this is about a month old in our system, right? So now we are actually having it with what they call as RAG, right? Which is a reference generated, reference augmented generation, which basically means that, it will also tell you which document I got it from, right? It will give you an answer saying, oh, gift policy, you cannot get this iPhone because it looks like it costs more than 10,000 rupees, right? And it will say, this is the document I referred to, right? So we are experimenting this with customers. So each of these products are small pockets of products which are going to solve people problems, right? So the summary I want to make is which AI works. It is the practical AI which is in the flow of work, right? It has to save time for me. It has to save my drudgery. It has to make me look smart in front of my boss and my employees and stuff like that. It has to, deliver the impact in digestible small doses, right? And the shiny latest, I've seen other shiny latest AI like, you can have a person stand and automatically the voiceover will come, and then there is a VR, avatar and things like that. It's a lot of work, right? Will it create impact on a daily basis? I doubt, right? So what works is what is in the flow of work, right? And as future CEOs, I'd like to you to experiment this, and I'm sure it'll save your drudgery, it'll make you look smart, and it'll work well for you. So our goal as Bsharp is that we focus on your business goal. We are not a SaaS company in a traditional way. We are a software and a service company, which means that your goal and your subscription is very important for us because we bootstrapped. We will keep you ahead of the curve in terms of technology, like the products you're seeing here, and our fundamental philosophy works on we meet all commitments. So thank you very much. Looking forward to meeting you all in the stall outside.
Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful session. I would like to invite Mr. Ravi Pandey, Head of Marketing, UKG India, UKG, on the dais to do the felicitation for Mr. Gopal Swaminathan.